Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my next film reaction. This is probably the most excited I have been for a film. It's time to start my Bond series. It's time for Doctor No. I've been promising this for months, so I apologise. So this has been my own choice. This has not been recommended from Patreon. Probably why it's taken a bit longer, because people who are paying on Patreon and recommend, like, choose a film come before me. So here I am. I'm just so excited. So let's talk about what I know about Bond. What have I seen? Full transparency, as I like to do. If you are new here, my name is Marie-Clare. Thank you for joining me. So I have seen two and a half Bond films. Two. So I've seen Casino Royale, the one with Daniel Craig. Couldn't tell you a flipping thing that happened. I have seen half of the next one. My boyfriend tried to get me into it, but I knew I wanted to start from here, and I saw Daniel Craig's final film because my boyfriend wanted to go and see it in the cinema, so we went to see it. I am aware of Bond music. Again, a couple of weeks ago we went to watch the BBC Orchestra play Bond music. Again, my boyfriend is a very big fan. So I am aware, but I have no idea beyond that. I know that he's an 007. I know he's an agent for the government. I just am a little bit shocked at myself as to why it's taken so long. And actually, the kick up the bum for me has been watching The Prisoner. So this is what, 1962, right? We're going to be talking, I don't know for sure. I'm assuming we're going to have some London. London in the 60s, big old tick for me. There's going to be action. I love action films. They're probably in my top 3 favourite films. So that's great. I don't know if it's in colour. I don't know if it's in black and white. I have no idea. But I just feel like what I'm discovering from The Prisoner is this real love of, I don't really know how to say it, very British, eccentric sets. I love London in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So I really hope we get some London. And I just think this is going to tick all my boxes. And I also think you agree. I've had a couple of comments from you guys on Patreon saying, you're going to like Doctor No, which I'm assuming I will. So, is it Sean Connery? I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. I know, crazy. That's it. That's all I've got. So, I'm excited. You'll have to let me know any little facts. If you're able to not give spoilers, that would be really great. That would be really great. The full length is over on Patreon. I'm just hoping for some good music, some good London shots and some good sets. That's all I need, genuinely.
Yes, you must. Thank you. Hurry, man, hurry!
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
They don't mess around, do they? Straight in.
Sylvia Trench. I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Mr. Bond. I suppose you wouldn't care to raise the limit.
I've got tears in my
I have no
eyes.
objections.
When a scene happens like that, I get goosebumps and I feel it in my nose and I get tears in my eyes. That's probably not normal, but I get that. What a lovely looking man. Is that crude of me to say? I think that's okay for me to say.
I've never missed with a jet.
Yeah, maybe not, but it jammed on your last job and you spent 6 months in hospital in consequence. If you carry a 00 number, it means you're licensed to kill, not get killed. And another thing, since I've been head of MI7, there's been a 40% drop in 00 operative casualties, and I want it to stay that way. You'll carry the water. Unless, of course, you prefer to go back to standard intelligence duties.
No, sir. I would not.
So if you're 00 anything,
Now on, you carry a different
you
gun.
have a license
Show
to
him over.
kill.
Who wants him?
James Bond, Universal Exports.
Welcome to Jamaica, Mr. Bond. Yes, your head office alerted us this morning.
You free for lunch today? 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, your office, that'll suit me fine. By the way, have you sent a car to meet me?
Car? I didn't think you wanted an official reception.
Quite right. 1 o'clock then. Forgive me if I'm a few minutes late. Now, Mr. Jones, talk fast before your friend doubles back. Who are you working for?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just sent to meet you at the airport.
But by whom?
By Government House.
I don't think so.
I'm a very nervous passenger. Shit. Oh.
To hell with you.
He would rather kill himself than say the truth. Is that because whoever he's working for would kill him anyway? Because he would have given the information. Whew. So he can see if someone tries to get in. I am fascinated by this. All to see if someone comes and searches his room.
Tell us and you'll stop.
We don't get nothing out of this gal. You want for me to break her arm?
Mr. Bond, anything I can do for you?
Oh, yes. I came across this in Strangway's office. Your receipt.
Yes, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
Poor old Strangways. Bit of a bug of his, you know, this amateur geology. He brought some rock samples into me for testing. Convinced they were valuable.
Were they?
No, of course not. Just no-grade iron pyrites.
Probably as he expected, I reckon. They could have put poison in your drink. Or see, would I be a good spy? Would I be a good CIA agent? Oh no. It's the thing. Absolutely not. No. No. Someone always has to ruin the fun. Bloody hell, that car just missed the cameraman at the bottom.
That explains
Explains what?
why you need a taxi.
Why I need a taxi?
Careful, my
Because he
nail.
just phoned Government House to let them know where he is.
What's Bond.
Forgive me. Book her, Superintendent, will you? And, be careful of her nail varnish.
I mean, she was a bit stupid to fall for the fact that he wouldn't be aware of what was going on, you know?
Drop it, Professor, and behind you.
Mr. Smith and Wesson. You've had your 6.
Come watch for the moon. La da 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 mango tree.
Look like they're onto something.
We haven't even seen Dr. No yet, and that's what this whole film is called. Okay, so they can only escape by lift. Great. Whoa.
Artificial light. We could be hundreds of feet beneath the sea here.
And look at that. Sea tulips.
That's
they
not-
do not grow above 200 feet.
$1 million,
That's like a
Mr. Bond.
green screen, isn't it?
You were wondering what it cost.
As a matter of fact, I was.
Get through that grill. Or don't, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You just hang out. Well. That might be a bit bitty for those of you on Patreon because my phone ran out of storage twice. So if there's a little like jolt and a restart, that's why. I need to delete some stuff off my phone. I've watched the first, not Doctor Who, James Bond, and I was really impressed. So the first thing that comes to mind is I knew Bond had this reputation for being like a womanizer or whatever term you want to call. 3 separate women he did it with in that film. 3. I don't know if nowadays things are different. I don't know if like in the 60s and 70s that was genuinely just a part of like TV and film. I don't know. I haven't read the books. Is that a huge part of the books? I don't know. Let me tell you something. Is it weird for me to now have a crush on Sean Connery? because obviously I know he's not with us anymore. Is that weird that I now like fancy him? Because he is very dashing, and I can absolutely predict that many, many men and women had his poster on their wall. And I predict that many, many men and women had honey on their wall. Maybe a couple had Dr. No on their wall, whatever floats your boat. So I very naively just assumed we'd get way more London. We had like 2 bits in London, well, one chunk of like a scene, didn't we? We were in Jamaica, which was so unexpected and so lovely. I guess I just imagined because of budget they would have just kept it in London. So you'll have to explain to me budget, and was it expensive to go and film out there? Were they actually in Jamaica? They found a beautiful set where they were, so fair play. The music in it. I mentioned that scene when we first met Bond, and I got tears in my eyes. I don't know if anyone else gets this. I literally feel it here. I get goosebumps, feel it. I feel like the, I don't know, fluids in my nose, whatever, and then my eyes well up. It's not even an emotional thing, but when those of you that follow my other reactions, it's music. Music gets me, and in that moment, and it just, woo, what a scene. So I really, yeah, what was I talking about? Goosebumps, got loads of goosebumps moments. I guess I just, like I said, naively thought that we'd be in London a bit more, and maybe that's something going forward that I would like to see. It's just, I think I love the shots of London. So maybe that happens in the next one, I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Was it intended that this would just be a one-off film? Were they planning on doing more? I'm probably just, I'm not going to look too much into Sean Connery. I just want to see how old he was when he did this. Is Honey considered the first Bond girl? Because he had a couple before her as well, didn't he? Which, not really sure what their relevance. The second one, but the first one, who was playing golf in his house, she didn't really have much relevance to the story, but she had a relevance in kind of, oh, Bond likes his ladies, which is fair enough. If you look like him, whew, world's your oyster. He was a great Bond. As I have previously mentioned, I have seen 2.5. Don't ask me what happened in those films, because I could not tell you. You couldn't even say to me, I couldn't even tell you who the Bond girls were in those films, because I just don't remember, which means that I wasn't paying attention, which means that I don't think it means that I wasn't into the films, but I didn't sit and watch them. And this is why I like doing the reactions, because I have to sit and watch it. Whereas probably when I watched Casino Royale, I would have been doing other bits and bobs, scrolling on my phone, whatever. So I can't even like link. The only link I had was Spectre. I'm sure there is a film called Spectre, and Dr. No is a part of Spectre. Can't remember, special people and criminals together, right? I don't know. So I really love Sean Connery. Really loved the location. I loved all the little, when he took a piece of hair, put it along like the door. These little things I just don't think we get nowadays in film. But then I've only seen like, I guess like I'm probably comparing it to Mission Impossible, and that's probably a different kettle of fish maybe. It was just the little moments, like when they were going along the sand and he like covered up their footprints. Just tiny little things that I just feel like nowadays with technology, we just, in films like this, we don't see those small moments that are moves that spies, I don't know if they still use them, but they probably would have done for many, many years. So it was just nice kind of seeing that side of things. I don't know how long Sean Connery was playing Bond. Again, I don't know if I want to know, if it's a spoiler. That's up to you to decide. I would assume he did a couple, so I'd assume he would be in the next one. I have no idea what it's called. I only know the title of this one because I've wanted to watch it for a really long time. and I'm hooked, to be honest, guys. I know I've got to finish Star Wars. Well, I want to do one more Star Wars. The third one. And then I think I'm going to get my teeth stuck into this because this is right up my street. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm a big reader. Should I read the books? My phone just cut out again. I'm not going to read the books before, but let me know if it's worth reading after. If you're able to answer any of my questions, anything without spoilers, I would really, really, really appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed and that you want me to carry on, because I'm carrying on. I hope there's a couple of you with me. I think that's everything. I've probably missed something, but I loved it. I'm absolutely obsessed. Can I consider myself not a Bond girl? Obviously, I'm never going to look like Honey, am I? But can I consider myself a Bond fan? Maybe I'll... Oh my gosh, and there's different people that play Bond. Who's going to be my favourite? This is like Doctor Who. Can anyone be better than Sean Connery? I will find out. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon on my channel for another reaction.